Hello everybody, welcome to Tablestory Dust Veil, Chapter 3. Ooh, with myself and our wonderful cast, and you, unless you're watching on a mobile app. Live, if you're watching a VOD in the future, then hi, I'm sure it's working just fine. Apparently there's some trouble with the app. Oh well, don't know why I'm saying that, they can't hear it. How are you all doing?
I always do the same thing, yeah. Just refresh if you can't see the...
Yeah. Hi everybody, welcome to the game. How are you all doing this week? Hi chat. How are you all doing this week? I have a crazy headache because I gave up caffeine and it's killing me. But my allergies are going away. Wow, Brad's ailments. That's that segment done. How you doing, Tenchi?
I've just embraced my allergies because I live in shitty Central Valley of California and we have the worst pollution in the nation, so I'm just used to it.
Is that an allergy though, or is that just outright poison? Like
it's probably both, honestly. Yeah, everybody's like, well, what about like San Francisco and LA? And I was like, well, yeah, all of that comes to the bowl in the center of California and just stays here.
Yeah.
So. But yeah, I get to drink caffeine still, so I'm gonna shut my little baby mouth.
Damn you.
Yeah, I just caffeine myself to an early grave, like you said earlier.
Yeah, that's like, I think I've probably been saved from maybe like two years of life. I don't know. It's probably added. I don't know. I don't know the effects of caffeine in the long run, but I'm sure it can't be good for you.
They're that bad. Like unless you have like 8 cups a day, then it's like.
It's gonna be interesting to see a lot of us streamers in like 30 years. You know, the streamer generation's finally starting to get old, and everybody's just fucked.
We've all got fucking like scoliosis to the extreme.
Oh, back issues.
Yeah,
your
hand, you've got like claw hand, you're completely blind from the screens.
You say in the future.
Definitely deaf.
You describe that like it's way off in the distant future. My back is already pretty screwed.
Dude, you're gonna get a chair, man. I had a really bad back, and then I got like an actual chair, and like everything's fine now.
What did you have before? Were you just sitting on a sack of potatoes? What the
not the fucking. I mean, like
you have a Herman Miller now, don't you?
I have a Herman Miller, yeah. Not like the $200. No, not like the $200 computer chairs. These are like $1,400.
Holy shit!
Yeah,
because. Yeah, I have a chair which I won't tell what company, and oh god, it's like sitting on like cardboard and wood.
Granted, that's $1,400 Canadian, so it's like $5 US, right? Like
I'm gonna buy 4.
I'm gonna buy 4. Yeah.
I'll take 10.
Just resell them.
So before we get started, I'd like to go around and say hello to everyone, see how your weeks have been. I'm gonna go reverse order. HJ Tenchi.
Hello.
How's your week been? What have you been up to?
What have we been up to? Still done with Persona 5, trying to recover my voice finally. Might actually stop doing voices for a week to actually allow that. And I'm probably gonna pick Kronos' brain later on to actually figure out how to be healthy. Because it's not. It's like when there's a golf ball in the front of your throat still for like a week, I'm like, huh. That's not good. And we were discussing that earlier about not going to the doctor ever.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm just like, yeah, I'm not going to the doctor. Why would I do that? I don't even have health care.
Yeah. No.
It's America.
Definitely not.
No, we spend our money on chairs.
Yeah.
That'll do it.
As being a streamer, do you want to have a good back, or do you want to not like lose your vocal cords in 20 years?
It's a toss up.
Outside of that, gearing up for. Was that? Yeah.
Honey will help out your vocal cords a lot.
Everybody
is it local honey? Because I've always heard about that for like allergy reasons. You're supposed to have like local honey.
For your
like
throat, I bet it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Does your throat know where the honey's from?
Yeah, you can only specifically buy honey locally.
Well, it's supposed to like the same thing like the doctor. What is it? What are the doctor but not doctors that are at like CVS? The pharmacist. There you go.
Yeah.
Sorry, pharmacists. They still make more than me.
I live in Antarctica. Do you have any local honey from my region?
Well, I guess I understand it rather than like the honey that's filled with like a million preservatives and all that bullshit.
Well, it's also because the bees are off of the pollen and the flowers in your local area, which are making you allergic to stuff. So it's introducing. It's like, you know, what was the movies that you like poison yourself every day a little bit until you build up a tolerance?
Homeopathic doses, basically.
Okay. Huh.
I don't. But
it's a fast track to either die or feel better.
Exactly.
Like.
It's up there with holistic stuff, so I don't know if you talk to a science person or a spiritual person, depends on their answer. Anyways, yeah.
Or you'll be immune.
Under your pillow.
Yeah.
You might become immune
to 5 poisons.
That's it now. You are just immortal. You
I would not want to be immortal. Not gonna lie. I don't
stop
think
eating locally sourced honey then. Okay.
Yeah.
And drink more caffeine.
Drink more caffeine. Cronus, how you doing, bud? What you been up to? You still working on your secret project?
I've been sending out a lot of auditions and stuff.
Yeah, you got some locally sourced honey. They even have honey where you're from, Birmingham.
Yeah. Family member. They have a bee farm.
It just seems so. It seems cold, you know. It's north.
I live in Canada and we have honey here. Like,
but don't bees just all die over winter or whatever? They never, or they hibernate or some shit. They're never about. What's the deal? How do you deal with that? Do they have to put them in warm things to make honey over winter? How do you get
Brad, you
honey?
forget I'm a voice actor, not a bee farmer.
Biologist.
I know fuck all about that.
Well, you got an uncle
you
or
actually
whatever.
have to adopt bees into your house for 5 months of the year, and they.
How do you get winter honey?
In my room for a long time.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
I didn't know it was there. I just looked around. I was like,
bee.
I hear buzzing.
Bee.
I find a bee. I was like, all right, that explains that. Yeah.
Did you ever pet a honeybee, like a bumblebee? You can pet them. They let you.
Yeah,
pet
they're
them.
fuzzy.
They're
That's
so
horrific.
fuzzy. Yeah.
Have you ever seen the big black African ones that are like a silver dollar?
Just the look in Tenchi's eyes there.
That's what they're called here.
Different place, dude. It went way that way. Like,
That's what they're called here. You don't pet their cock, Jay. Jesus.
Well,
You run around full.
I don't think it'll help your throat.
Goodbye.
you
It was fun.
can always try.
You can always try. You can always ask politely.
try. You know, rule 34 or whatever.
I
Okay.
don't know. I think it's a different rule for honeybee dick.
What about you, Tuesday? What you been up to?
Just playing some pub. I'm excited to play a stabby bird lady. Let's do this.
Stabby bird lady. That's what it says actually.
Stabby bird lady.
In Volo's Guide to Monsters, with the where the class is, it just says Kenku Stabby bird lady,
Mhm.
and then it goes
Yeah.
straight onto the next
or
one.
bird bloke. Yeah,
That's the
either
Latin
way.
name for it.
It's
Yeah.
just-
Tablestory animus.
and then it's on to the next one, whichever it is, Goliath or whatever. Fine, that was Tuesday. Fairlight, how you doing, bud?
I got to figure out how I'm gonna do an even shorter recap than Tuesday just did. It's not gonna be easy.
Nah, just go full Tenchi. Do a 30-minute one.
Go
Yeah.
full Tenchi. Yeah, I wish I could, but there's not really been all that much interesting stuff happening. I've been grinding Tekken. It's my newest thing.
I saw you
What character?
practicing. You were practicing. I can't remember his name. I just call him Fat Paul. What one? I don't know what his name is. What is it?
Bob, the character.
Bob.
Oh, I love Bob.
Yeah. He's just that same moveset as Paul. He does the same kind of things,
But he's fat.
but he's just enormous, yeah. You're telling me that wasn't what they thought when they were like, well, we need to come up with a new character quick. We need a new Pokemon here.
Call him Bob.
I definitely see the resemblance, although their playstyle is not the same.
I've got no idea about Tekken 7. They did send me it. I haven't even installed it, though. Is it good?
If you're into fighting games, it's the best one out right now.
Yeah.
Fairlight, did you play the campaign?
What campaign?
The story campaign?
That
Oh
answers
my
that.
God.
I
Chronos.
did.
Oh my
I
God,
did
you
play
gotta
the
see it.
campaign. It's just they clearly put their emphasis in the multiplayer, and by that I mean they neglected the crap out of their single
Oh
player.
man.
Yeah,
Is it
if
like
you're
Street
in-
Fighter 5? Like
No,
If you're into like fighting games with a good single player story mode, get Injustice 2 instead.
Yeah, I've heard Injustice
Because
is amazing.
Tekken's is very short, and so like in all the previous Tekken games, like there's a huge cast of characters. Well, like Tekken 1 and 2, there's like 10, 12 characters, whatever. But starting with Tekken 3 and on, there's been like 30 characters playable in every Tekken, and the story mode has been like unique to each one. So like every character has their own intro, their own like destined battle, their own endings and whatnot. In this most recent Tekken, they're just like, oh, 30 something characters. Hold on. We like these 6. let's make a story mode that only looks at these 6 and completely ignore everyone else. So it's like the story mode feels really shallow.
Is it the same 6? Is it Jin and Heihachi and Kazuya? Yeah, okay.
Well, I mean, on the bright side,
popular characters.
like on the bright side, they conclude the story with an exclamation point in this installment.
Oh.
So at the very least, they leave it open-ended for the next game where they can open it up. But they were like, let's go back to basics and just look at the feud between these 3 characters, and then they resolve that feud in.
The next Tekken 8 is just going to be all about Gon. You remember Gon, the little dinosaur? And Fat Paul, yeah. It's gonna be Gon and Fat Paul. It's gonna be like fucking Yoshi's Island if they made that game. It'd be like Mario.
I want everybody to go look up one of Fairlight's VODs. Fairlight, did you play any of the campaign?
Yeah.
Okay, look up that VOD, everybody. Kronos will literally die when he sees this, and not in a fun, enjoyable, happy way. The like voice acting for the narrator, I please God, please let that be the voice director's fault. I'm just gonna say that it is a train wreck that you can't look away from.
The voice acting is fine for the characters.
Yeah,
but the narrator is
this is like where Cronus is like, actually that was me.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't
I have to wonder if it's intentional though, right?
I don't think Cronus could be that bad if he tried. I feel like you would inevitably accidentally put some quality into it, right? But this guy somehow managed to avoid that. It's the most monotone, dry, boring. He's literally, it would be like if I handed you a script and I said, read this, and like read the words on this paper, but don't let any of it register in your head.
Just read the words.
It makes me wonder.
So
if
then
it's like their
I can't
employees.
believe.
Turns, yeah.
It's like, I can't believe I escaped with my life. That was such a close call.
In excitement.
The narrator too is off of caffeine recently.
Yeah, it's like,
Yeah, just sounds like what one of these streams.
High drama shit too, and just nothing, no emotion.
Nothing.
Well, I mean, it's not just that he's describing the characters. The narrator himself is a physical character in the story who at one point is like close to death. And even in that scene, I can't believe I survived. I think they would let me go. One day I will have my revenge. And it's just like...
So if I want to torture myself, watch that VOD. If I don't, just avoid it.
Yeah, we'll play Tekken 7 story.
It's really fascinating, honestly, because we say monotone, but there's something else, and Fairlight knows there's something else there that it's more than that. Also, there's
it's beyond monotone. It's monotone and disinterested.
Disinterested,
no
detached.
or anything like
Yeah.
that.
Well, it made me want to play it more, to be honest. That sold the game on me a little bit more.
I watched
cat.
a stream because of it.
The day turned into a Khajiit.
That zoom is amazing.
Yeah, what the hell?
Oh my god, I can see individual hairs.
Oh, it can go further in, yeah.
What camera is that?
It's the Vixia GF40.
That is awesome.
There's your
Your cat's wearing black
commercial.
eyeliner. Oh my god.
You're so pretty, Mifa. She's always got this really stupid look on her face. Like, is it what?
What eye color is that?
What the fuck? Is that a Vixia GX90?
Yeah.
Are you kidding?
Mifa.
What? Jake's actually leaking new footage of Elder Scrolls 6 or 7.
Yeah, this camera's got like if I zoom in, you can like see fucking like individual pores and shit.
That's disgusting.
It's so hold on, look at
That's so blurry.
Ew.
Isn't that weird? Yeah, it's a fun thing to fuck with people when they first tune into my stream. Like,
That is cool.
hey, welcome to the stream, and then just zoom it in all the way. I'm trying to get batteries for my remote, so I can just like do it on demand, like just press it and it goes all the way in.
Hell
I
yeah.
know, who is it? Tim the Tatman has he has like his scenes.
Yeah.
Where he's able to save the zoom separately. I don't even know how he does that actually.
So
but...
I used to do the same thing. All you do is you just go into that scene, put your webcam, and then you stretch it as far as you can.
Oh,
Totally.
Yeah.
That's what I think Sequisha does when he does the close-up eye.
Yeah,
thingy.
I do the same thing with a couple of my scenes, but I haven't been able to do it with this because it's like it kills my PC when it loads 4 capture cards at the same time.
Jesus, you guys.
Well, Jay, what have you been up to?
Just fake.
Playing Zelda, like that. That's it. Just it's been
that
Zelda.
The same thing you said last week, word for word.
Yeah, dude. Like that is. I'm trying to end the fucking game. I love it, but it doesn't end.
Long game.
It's like Skyrim, right? You get in there and you're like, all right, this is my goal, and it's what the fuck is that? And then you just like way off course. Goodbye for 6 hours.
So you're no longer a variety streamer.
I'm pretty much.
Just
Well, no. I streamed PUBG. I played Mario Kart last week. I played Hearthstone yesterday.
I'm glad that you said I streamed PUBG and not I played it, because that was some embarrassing plays.
Don't even start with me.
Of
He had some sexy shots right
Did you?
before.
No,
Yeah,
I saw
the fucking top 4.
I saw a couple of good moments, I guess. You did have one where you had like 8 kills or 9 kills.
That was yesterday was a 9-kill game.
That was pretty good.
Nice.
I was on fire yesterday, and then today it was like, oh, what? The first game is really good. The rest of them are like garbage.
Yeah, I had that the other day. The first game I played, I won solo. My first solo win, and I just was like, I'll just play. I was like, I literally loaded the stream up and was like, hi everyone, I'm just gonna play some solo so that I can talk to chat. Didn't speak to them for 30 minutes while I try-harded and won. And I was like, hey, I'm streaming, yo. Yeah, that was good. That was a good night.
My only reminder to myself that I'm streaming when I play that game is I like verbally tell them what I'm thinking. Like, okay, this is where this guy must have gone. Like, come on, is he here? And I'm like, I stop talking. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, I'm streaming. I have to keep going.
Yep.
Keep going. Because I always like look at chat. Oh, there's a fucking dude in front of me. Dead. Like,
I can't
Or
stop
does
playing.
it happen to you? This happened to me last night where I was playing offline. And I was like, oh my God. Like I had this thought, like I haven't addressed chat in like 30 minutes. And I was like, oh, I'm not streaming.
no, after like a certain period, like the second I touch stop streaming, my brain just like I just shut the fuck down. And I'm like, oh yeah, this is the good stuff. Silence.
Yeah. Well, I would say we'll start the game, but we seem to have lost Fairlight Excalibur, so I guess that's the end of the stream.
His brain fell
That
off.
was that. That was good. It was a good talk show we had there.
Good talk show. We had a quick catch up with everyone. Thanks for watching.
See you next week.
We'll see you this time next week.
Podcast D&D is my favorite D&D.
All caffeine will have been purged from my system, so even the minuscule energy that I have in my body at the moment will be gone.
You can totally get non-caffeinated like tea. By the way, like it's
you could trick yourself into a ritual, you know, where you
What
get
is that face?
decaffeinated stuff.
It's just not as good.
With sugar. Sugar's gonna be your friend for a little bit.
Do you
And
mind
honey
not
from
mentioning sugar? My girlfriend is diabetic. Thank you.
Triggered.
You are triggering her out. No, let's play some D&D. Yo, what up? What up? Have I got my D20? Yes. D20s. D20s ready.
Of Doom.
Last week in Chapter 2 of Twin Peaks, Chapter 2, which was named Attack on Titan in my notes, you began by literally attacking the god of sand, or well, he attacked you, Titan, which is a sort of sand-based creature. I can't remember what information you have about him, and I hate this part because I'm always like, I'm going to say something that I
You
don't
said he
want.
was a god.
I did say he was a god.
You told us he was a god.
He is a god. He's more of a demigod, but yeah, he's like an earth-based demigod. And you ended up having a bit of a scrap with him. You noticed that he was being potentially controlled or summoned or influenced in some way by the epically named question mark character, which
The
works
non-copyright one.
which works really well in Final Fantasy and doesn't work as well in when you're trying to name a character. But you had this sort of mystery woman. I think Rajah put a bullet in her. One of you did. One of
Yeah.
No,
We
it was
both.
Carlias. Oh yeah, Carlias put the bullet in her, and it sort of stopped the control, I guess. The Titan itself grabbed Carlias and questioned him on a couple of different things before disappearing entirely. You went to try and catch the woman, but she had gone, though her minions were still there. You questioned them to great success.
avail.
Questioned them.
You questioned them.
We did question them. They just
There were
But they were
questions involved.
resistant, and then you murdered them. One of them, I think,
Actually, Rajah kicked one off the edge,
Rajah kicked one off the edge. It was brutal,
or threw one off.
and headbutt. And the other one was crushed to death, maybe, or just
Vines
bled
thing?
out. Yeah, it
Yeah,
was.
vines.
It was pretty. It was
crushed by vines and then thrown off a cliff. Yeah.
Yeah. You got back on the train, worked out roughly how to get it working. You managed to get it going for a certain amount of time before you realized that you needed water to power it. That when the train came to a stop, you found or worked out that you can use something known as chassis to try and like adrenaline burst awaken some of the sleeping passengers on the train. Rajah went out into the desert and found the little cactuses that that you have to slaughter to get chassis from. He didn't kill any of them, but in doing so, they gave him a gift of some chassis. He brought it back, woke up the cleric. The cleric provided you with some water. You had a bit of back and forth with him, and then you were able to carry on the journey. Did you use a chassis to wake people up? Oh no, they all woke up naturally, right? That was
I
right.
used one of the 8 doses of chassis to wake up the cleric so he could make water. The rest I just let them wake up on their own.
Yeah, and you trained through the night.
That is the word.
Yeah, that's correct. Trainer did through the night, and then everybody started to wake up, including the gnomish conductor, who sort of stomped through the train. I think where we left off, Kenneth
Jay was blaming me for
Kenneth
everything.
was leading the gnomish conductor just at Rajah to explain
Oh yeah.
what was going on.
Why would you make the guy with the lowest charisma score do all the talking, Jay? I have like a charisma of 9. Get away from me.
I think I have the highest charisma then.
So I guess that's where we'll leave off. Oh well, no, we'll pick up. We'll leave
Bye
off.
guys. Bye.
Bye.
again.
That's where we're
There's
going to
the
end this.
recap.
It's
Yeah.
going to go.
Break time.
Yeah, it's time for our first break. It almost is. We're good. So let's see. Yeah. Kenneth, we'll just say, Kenneth, you brought the conductor in. Where is Rajah? Rajah's down there. The conductor's over here. It's kind of irrelevant. Depends. Maybe you'll try and kill him. We just don't know.
Okay.
So
It is
yeah,
us.
we're back here once again. We're on the train. Still chapter 3. We're still on the train.
What you expected?
Wasn't no. I thought we'd be off the train by the end of episode 1, but
Halfway through episode 1.
not necessarily your
You
fault.
put a god in front of us.
I did.
So.
You put a god and ninjas
Yes.
to slow us down, and you thought we'd be done in 1 episode.
I did. I very, very much misjudged not just myself, but
What our skill.
you. No, I don't
say
know.
it.
We didn't even walk out of there with we walked out of there with barely a scratch. Like I think Rajah was the worst hurt there, right?
Yeah, no, I think
Yeah.
Yeah.
you're all perfectly.
I know. I don't even think I
Pretty
took
much.
a fucking point of damage.
He stabbed me really, really, really hard. That was like both of them hit, and their damage rolls were about as high as they could be, I think.
So, once again on the train, people around you are sort of waking up. Apart from the barbaric-looking guy named Arnold, who looks suspiciously like Conan the Barbarian from the movies, with a few more, maybe a couple more robes on him. You see the elvish bards waking up and kind of like shaking their heads. You see the gentleman with his son, well, presumably his son, the kid. They kind of wake up a little bit. Kenneth, as you step up closer, you see the guy, I think his name was Wilfred. No, that was your old character. It was Wilfred?
Yeah, you called him Wilfred.
Oh, I called him Wilfred on purpose, I remember. He awakens as well, and kind of like takes a little sort of like slow look about, and then there's this gentleman across from Rajah who looks like he's in sort of farm wear, maybe some dungarees, some old hempen looking dungarees. He kind of like looks across at Rajah and rubs his head a little bit as well. People don't look like they're waking up like naturally. It looks like they've been drugged and they're waking up and they're coming to very slowly. One person who does look like he's quite awake though is the gnomish conductor, this very small gnome, very large eyes, pale skin, in this familiar to everyone sort of uniform, almost robes, that you recognize to belong to most of the conductors on most trains, and almost all of them are gnomes. And he's sort of stomping his way down the train at you, Rajah. Immediately points his finger at you and says,
"You there, you got some questions to answer.
I do.
What's with all the blood?"
He pointed at the ground.
Rajah has 2 notebooks on the table in front of him, and he's busy drawing in one of them from the look of it, and he's munching on Coley seeds, which are dark, black, bitter. It'd be like the equivalent of a human munching on dog food.
Mm-hmm.
So he just turns up and he's just like, we left you a present in the cargo hold.
The gnome looks over at you, Kenneth.
What's he talking about? Go
You
get
did?
it. Go get it. Go get the present for me.
Are they the
I meant the corpses of the people who tried to
corpses?
rob the train.
bodies?
There can be corpses.
There's
Tons of them.
the man with the child kind of spins around and looks down.
Shush. This is why you were supposed to stay in the cargo hold, isn't it?
Rajah holds up one of his notebooks, and he turns it around, and it's a pretty accurate drawing of one of the ninjas and also the female ninja that was up
Is
there.
it an accurate drawing? Or do you want to roll a performance check?
Oh my god.
I want to say everything Rajah studies with his Slayer's eye, he records afterwards. So
All
it's
right,
pretty
you can roll
accurate, just as well.
performance with advantage.
All right.
2 1s.
Wait, hold on. Why are we making this a charisma check? Why am I basing my class on, why is this charisma?
Because I want you to roll a dice. It's accurate enough, yeah. It's not like the most pitch perfect artwork you've ever seen. Like, you wouldn't be able to sell this thing. This is not going to be hanging in the Dust Vale Louvre anytime soon. But yeah, it's a pretty accurate drawing of one of the ninjas.
It's like the sketch of it, and then next to it, he's got like bullet points where he's like listed: not carrying armor, carrying elven blades, speaking unknown language, just like.
Yeah.
And so he holds that up and says, "These people tried to rob the train while you were asleep.
Oh.
Have you seen them before?"
No. How did they? I don't understand how they made me go to sleep. It wasn't with magic.
Devil's Cren.
Devil's Cren, is it? And they poisoned everyone on board.
It looks like everyone that was up here in the passenger everyone up here in the passenger car was knocked unconscious. Those of us back in the cargo hold remained awake. Actually, Kenneth, you were up here. How did you not get affected?
I didn't eat or drink.
They must have
Out.
poisoned the food. Did you serve food or water to the passengers? Addressing the gnome.
Yes, we did. And it was just before we fell asleep.
They must have poisoned your food supply before Kenneth came up here.
Those bastards. But what did they want? They didn't steal the train.
I did hear them. I did hear them yelling something about turn over the valuables.
The
Could have been a
valuables.
simple robbery.
But I still have all my stuff.
And he kind of looks around a little bit at everyone. They all look like they've got stuff. The gentleman sitting across
The widower.
I knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
from
I've been dreading this.
from where Kenneth is right now, Wilfred. He looks up a little and says, "Oh, conductor! Oh, conductor!
Yes, sir. How can I help?
Have you seen my wife?"
No, sir. I will have a look for her now, promptly.
And then he shoots a look over at Rajah. And then
Hey, where's his wife?
They took her.
They took her. Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's on my watch. Where did they take her?
We don't know. After we killed the first 3 or 4 of them, the rest jumped off the train.
the gnome turns back to Wilfred and says,
I believe she is in the lavatory, sir.
and then the gnome walks down to the end here
He's now one of us.
and then locks the door with a little jangly set of keys.
Wait, is that the bathroom? Because one of the ninja corpses is in there.
It is.
Yeah, that little room where he's standing underneath him. That's where we put one of the bodies.
Cool. Yeah. I mean, he locks the door, but he kind of knocks as well.
There's probably a blood trail leading to the door.
Almost
and then
definitely.
Going underneath.
Well, I mean,
Almost
look at
definitely.
that aggressive toilet in the bottom right of that room.
You guys are
I
like
thought that was a stove.
Yeah.
No, it's like
I
it's
saw
just
that
a
and thought it
bucket.
was stove.
It's little more than a bucket. It's not a nice looking thing. Like it really isn't like an actual lavatory. It's just a room with a bucket in it. He knocks on the door and says,
Mrs. LaFrance, are you okay in there? Okay, I'll leave you be. Okay.
and then heads back. I'll roll an insight check for Wilfred, just to see how he feels about this.
Oh no! Oh no!
Wilfred's not buying any of it.
No.
He steps up, heads over to the door.
Shit.
Oh,
Excuse
no.
me, gnome. Knocks on the door. Honey, are you okay? Are you in there? There's a voice. Wait, is there a voice? Hang on. Let me check on the gnome's spells.
I'm so glad I'm really far away.
There
Everybody
is not a voice. I thought he had minor illusion, and he doesn't. There is no noise from the other side. The gnome starts backing up.
Oh, she said just then that she's...
Enough, gnome. Tell me, what's going on here? Wilfred is going to look around, see the blood, step up to the back. Why was I asleep? Was everyone asleep, gnome? Don't lie to me now. I
were
see right
drugged.
through you. I was what, sir? I was what? He's now that rowdy person on a train.
Rajah's just gonna stand up and.
I want to cast.
How tall is this guy?
This guy's like 5'4". He's a little skinny nothing of a man.
No, Rajah's gonna stand up and look down at him and say, "You were drugged, and you'd be dead if we hadn't intervened."
Drugged? Killed? By whom? Where's my wife, sir? Nobody? Nobody's going to tell me where she is?
Sir,
I'm
come with me.
I'm just
Come with me.
pointing at the blood on the ground.
I'm gonna like come with me, and I'm gonna take him to the front of the train really quick.
Give me a persuasion
Oh,
check.
no.
I will explain what happened to your wife, where it's a little more calm, and we don't have distractions.
Or witnesses.
Righto. Okay, but don't think I'm not going to be looking into this, gnome. What's your name? And the gnome looks over to him and says,
Oh, my name is... Vizsla.
Vizsla? Right, I'll remember that. Come then. And he walks with you, Kenneth, to the front of the train.
I'm gonna walk over to the gnome. and just tell him to look out the window. I'm telling him to look out the window north of the train.
Oh my god!
Why? Oh, okay, I'll look out the window.
The gnome looks up. His
As
little eyes
we get there,
peering out
I'm
the
gonna
window.
kind of put my arm around him and kind of like walk up to the railing. She'll be like, Wilfred, it was, yes, Wilfred.
Yes, my name is Wilfred.
I'm sorry, but I have to ask you a couple of questions before I explain what's going on. Is that okay?
I want to know where my wife is. You said
that is fine, but even trades. Yes, I have information that you have, or that you need. You might have information that I need. Yes, just humor me, perhaps. Humor me.
He crosses his arms and nods at you.
You are from Sin River, yes? Yes, and your family is quite wealthy.
Oh, I see what it is. You
No,
want
I
money
don't
for
want-
information,
no.
is it?
No, stop.
You don't look like a beggar.
I think I would actually.
Oh, you would?
It's just a
You were,
ripped
like,
brown
noble.
cloak. Yeah, I mean I am noble, but I have just the ripped brown cloak. But have you seen 3 children in your time in Sin River? I assume you have ears and eyes everywhere.
I'm sorry,
3
what does this have to do with my wife?
Just shut up. It's 3 small blonde
Shut
children.
up. How dare you speak to me like that, you beggar?
3 small blonde. Okay. I threw your wife over the side of the train. Now answer my question.
Roll me a persuasion roll again.
I want nothing to be a part of this.
Wait just 1 minute. You say you threw her over the side of the train.
I wasn't thrown. I put her down and she fell off.
What? Why would you do this?
She was asleep, sir. I rested her against the railing and she fell off.
Give me a deception roll.
Oh, fuck, man.
Fabulous! Absolutely fabulous! He clasps his hands onto your shoulders. Beggar,
Yes.
I'll make you the richest man in Sin River. You've done it. You've freed me from that old witch.
You're welcome. I could tell.
She was a horrible old person. Now tell me, please, that you got the scrolls off of her.
No, I did not rob her. I was just looking for information.
The rings, then. You got the rings.
Nothing, unfortunately. But she should still be back in the desert.
He leaps from the side of the train.
Watch carefully now.
Oh my god! Are you serious? I'm gonna cast Featherfall on him.
Oh, really? Cool. Then
Reaction Featherfall.
he will fall slowly to the ground. He will be left behind, waving at you. Thank you! Thank you! Oh,
Take care, sir.
yes!
Good doing business.
Oh, fantastic!
Fuck. He didn't answer my question.
Rajah and the gnome at the window. As I thought.
He's just running. He looks super happy as he runs off into the fucking night.
Oh my god. I'm gonna walk back in and go to the conductor. Next time you're coming back this way, you might want to pick him up.
The conductor looks up and says,
What did you say to him?
That his wife was dead.
Okay, and then you threw him off the train?
No, he jumped. He jumped. I swear.
Oh, he jumped off the train, is it?
Yes.
Well,
Did you mess with his head, or did he jump on his own?
He just jumped on his own. He was elated to hear that his wife died.
It did seem like they weren't getting along very well.
well, why would he jump off the side of the train?
Newfound freedom?
He's gonna die out there.
Probably.
Whenever I'm super excited about something, I jump off the nearest train too. It's only normal.
Oh, maybe it's a human thing. Is it a
Yep.
human thing?
Most likely, yes.
Humans
You
are
guys at the
weird.
front of the train or the back of the train?
"You are?"
Are they
They're
up
at
with
the
Kenneth
front.
now or back with Rajah?
Oh, I walked back
Yeah,
into them. So.
Kenneth is
Okay.
back here somewhere.
Okay.
The little gnome is, he looks out the window one last time. Again, it's like, I think it's night, isn't it? Isn't it early morning, actually? I think. We said it was
Yeah,
about
you said early
It's
morning.
like sunrise right now.
8 a.m. or something. Oh, yeah, maybe a little earlier. So, yeah, like, we'll say the sun is rising, starting to heat up a little bit. The gnome kind of shakes his head again and says,
Okay, well, so you say these people, they attacked the train, but they didn't rob me, but they robbed some people, and then you say they took the wife, but then you said to him that the wife was dead.
They
Yes.
took her corpse.
Yes.
They took her corpse?
What he said?
Roll me a deception with advantage, Rajah.
Which
What
one
kind
of
of
us?
campaign is this?
Which one of us?
Rajah.
Wait, who's
Because
rolling?
he said it,
Me?
and then you gave him the advantage.
What is wrong with you people?
I didn't do anything. Okay, it was an accident.
Okay.
Froze her to death. Threw her off the train. Now people stealing corpses? What the fuck is wrong?
The gnome just kind of like nods his head.
Okay. So, did you say all the corpses are in the back of the train?
Yes. Yes, they are. They should be.
Unless
Okay.
they
I'm
should still
gonna...
be back. Well, actually, I'm gonna open the door to the lavatory real quick and just like open it a crack and look to see if the corpse is still in there that we left earlier.
Yeah, the door's locked, but the little gnome can unlock it for you and look in. I mean, if you say there's a corpse in there, then there's a corpse in there. I can't remember it, but I don't doubt that you.
Well, I'm gonna tell him that there was one in here and just kind of like nudge the door with my knuckle. There's one in here, and the rest are back in the cargo.
He'll poke his little head in.
Oh, they are dressed very peculiar, aren't they?
He closes the door and locks it again.
I'm gonna sit down across Carlias.
I'm gonna go and tend to the other people on the train and see that they're okay. And then we're gonna go and see these guys and try and find out why they were here, okay?
And then the little gnome wanders off and just starts speaking to people.
Hello, sir. Are you okay? It seems
Just
that we
gonna
went through
quickly
a
sit
strange
down on top
magical...
of the box.
Yeah, at this point, I'm gonna kind of wander up and get a seat too. I'm done jumping off of crates.
Sure, you can do. You can head up. Like you'll probably head in just after this whole
Yep.
thing has happened. I don't know what I'm doing with Wilfred here. He's gone. Let me roll the dice to see what happens to Wilfred.
I love how Connor's like, what the fuck is going on? But like, if I remember correctly, the first dwarf he met in SKT, he fucking beheaded immediately.
Yeah, he was.
Hold on a minute. Me and Brad, we like in character, we had our like back and forth battle.
Yeah.
He brought it on himself.
Didn't
Yeah.
you shoot the first captive we had in this campaign as well after they complied?
Oh.
Captives aren't innocent civilians, man.
She wasn't innocent, dude. She was sleeping on the job. And that was an accident. Okay?
Punishable by death.
That was an accident.
You froze her solid.
If she couldn't take a frost spell, she was clearly a witch.
Exactly, man. She fucking didn't deserve
Freeze the witch.
She was weak. Okay, so Lash, you head up and just sit on this table with these guys. Is that what you say?
I did, yep.
And
Yep.
then Rajah heads over there with the box. Arden, you're like at the other end of the train. What are you doing?
I'm just relaxing.
You just watched all this. chilling
I
out.
also if you open up Zoom chat, I had a question for you.
Let me see here.
It's nothing special.
Dun,
Just
dun, dun, dun.
curious about something.
Oh, yeah. So this is what you look like now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I will rarely, if ever, see Zoom chat.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah, I didn't know where the best place to do it was.
Just shout at me. Yeah, you want to do that now, or did you do that before?
Just whatever.
Well, as the gnome moves forward through the train, he sees Madalena La France,
Oh my fucking god.
the woman. I guess we'll do some weird. We'll give you a weird marker here. This one, and he says, "Oh," and he spots you, but he is a wizard. So, conduct a gnome. Let's see here. I'm guessing he sees through your spell with a 19.
I don't even know what to roll against that.
So you did disguise self. How do I spell disguise self? I'm pretty sure you do an int check to try and see through it.
Probably. If so, that should easily work.
Oh, that's a disguise kit. Hang on. I looked at disguise.
I think it's just your passive.
Investigation versus spell save DC.
Yeah.
Yeah, so your
which
spell
is
save
not
DC. If you look on your character sheet under bio,
Yeah,
it says
it's
it there.
14.
14. So he sees you, and then you see
just
his
pull back
eyes
on
kind of shift and change. These big blue eyes kind of like twist a little bit.
Gecko eyes.
Yeah, these weird gecko eyes, and then he goes,
Oh, you're playing with me, ain't you? I know what you're trying to do. You're supposed to be in the cargo hold with the rest of them, but you can stay there, it's fine. I'll let them stay up here now. Might as well. There's blood all over the place.
I'm gonna ask him politely where my husband is, and then I'm gonna look at Kenneth and be like, "Excuse me, where's my husband?"
"This is Madalena LaFrance. She's back."
Please don't give me the cold shoulder.
I'm going to the washroom.
I want to
I'm
throw.
walking as fast as I can.
I'm gonna do like a really, really, really just garish, annoying, like, "Oh, I'm so scared. Without my husband, I might as well just throw myself off the train." I'm just gonna fall to the ground.
It's too meta. That's a little too meta.
The conductor shakes his little gnomish head,
And I'll walk off to the back laughing.
and yeah, continues to go about his rounds, and eventually he heads up to the front. See those guys?
Well, there's 2 once per day things burned.
I want you to do that every session.
Oh my god.
Just willy-nilly, like never anything important.
It never will be.
Carlias,
Did
are
he
you
pass?
awake?
Oh yeah.
No, he's like, well, I guess you would say he's awake because of all the commotions going on, but he's just got his hat over his face and he's like, I don't want anything to do with this.
Yeah, you look asleep. You're sort of feigning asleepness. The gnome eventually heads back, nods at Rajah and says,
Okay, I'm gonna go and look at these bodies now, okay?
Raj's just gonna fold up both of the notebooks that he's working with and put them away. Pick up the box, put it in his bag. Say, "I'll come along with you, just in case."
Okay.
little gnome heads to the back where there are, I think, 4.
I'm just
Yeah.
gonna wave at him coyly
no,
as
there's-
he walks by.
There's 3 back here. One of these tokens is supposed to be up in that little bathroom area, and then the 5th ninja jumped off the train.
Jumped off, yeah, I remember. So the conductor heads to the back here. The sides are still open, so there's been there's still a lot of wind and bits of sand coming in, and then there's these 3 bodies. There's I think they all got stabbed or shot. There wasn't any
I cut one in half.
yeah, there was no bludgeoning damage. So there's just gore and blood, and then 3 corpses which are in the beginning phases of rigor mortis after 10 hours or whatever, and they don't look pretty. And the little gnome looks.
Oh, how am I supposed to explain this then? Well, I guess it's my train. So, do you need the bodies for anything?
Don't think we need them anymore. You might not have to explain it at all. Do you not have a spell that can simply clean blood? The windows are open.
No, I don't have a spell that can clean blood. That's not a thing I can do. All my spells are damage. I just do damage. I'm a damage dealer. I'm supposed to look after this train, and that's what I do. I look after the train, unless someone puts me to sleep, and then I guess you look after the train, so I appreciate that. But I'm gonna need to get rid of these bodies now.
And he grabs one and starts to drag it. His little tiny little body grabs it by one foot and just dragging the thing.
I can help him with that. I'm back there. Anyways.
You're
I'll
there?
help him. Yeah.
Wait,
Because
you're
I
back in
walked
the
off.
carnival?
Are you
Yeah, I
still
walked off
in
to the back,
disguise
laughing.
as Madame La
Yeah.
France?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I'll
Madame,
curtsy to him and I'll pick up the body with one hand.
Madame La France shows up and picks up a body with one hand. The gnome just pushes it out of the window. Madame La France? You mean investigation check? Oh,
Rajah's like stunned at first, but he kind of stares at you too, and there's something unnatural going on with his eyes too. Not necessarily a wizard
wave.
stare, but there's something wrong with his eyes when he looks at you, and he goes, clever, and then throws one of the bodies out the window.
And then Arden launches one out as well, and with the final ninja, the conductor says,
The one in the bathroom, I'll deal with it later when we get to Windy Peaks. You guys go take a seat and just relax. And for God's sake, try and act normal, okay? This never happened. I can't let my superiors find out. This is like the 4th time this week.
and then the gnome walks off and heads up to the
Better spells.
front up to the train. Like, bandits on trains are pretty common. You would probably generally be aware of. You guys generally are more aware that these were little more than common bandits. There was something else at play here, but he would
Demigod.
he would assume that they were just like weirdly dressed bandits. Like, a ninja isn't a thing, right? It's not a thing. There is no like ninja Naruto training school. It's
Where they run with their arms behind them.
yeah. Although these guys do that, it's not a thing where you're like, oh, that is very easily recognizably a ninja.
That's obviously a ninja.
These are just people that would resemble to you and me in the real world a ninja. Cool. So the train powers on. The sun rises. The desert, just barren wasteland out there. The train doesn't pass any unique settlements or anything. It just pushes out towards the east, or the southeastern area of Dustvale, towards the relatively small town, I guess, of Windy Peaks. It's not really a city, it's more of a town. I think there we'll go to a little break and have a little bio break, if you don't mind. And then we'll return and we'll probably
Still be on the train.
still be on the train. So we'll be back in a couple of minutes. Thanks for watching. See you all after the break.